Guys, back in today with more Akane-Banashi, this time with episode 3. Oh, not sure why I've done that. It was another fantastic episode last week, definitely one of my favourite shows that's started premiering this season. Obviously, got to see quite a bit of Akane's style, which is very similar to her father's, of course. She's pretty much a student of her father. Not like, struggle to actually word this. Not like in writing. She's not like the student in like the paperwork, if there is paperwork. But pretty much a student of her father. Very similar style. Turns out there was a bit of a misunderstanding with the feedback where she didn't see any of the good remarks, unfortunately. But yeah, got a bit of a rival there, which is good. Top level rival as well, considering pretty sure they said he's like the first guy in like 7 or 8 years to be like pass the exam of that old geezer. Yeah, not quite as tired today. I didn't play too much today in football. I got a bit of an injury, so my throat's fine. No coughing like last week. It was really bad last week. Akane-Banashi. Senior apprentices. Or poor. Practice and blessing. You get never too old to practice and get better. Why is he so worked up? Nice, nice. Oh, you could celebrate a little victory. It's kind of sad. I really want to see. I really want to see him see his daughter's Rakugo. To be honest, that'd be a really nice moment. Yeah, why are you nervous? I guess because of the whole situation in the first episode. I guess makes sense actually. Damn, they haven't even seen each other since then. Since that day, I love that we brought it up instantly. Not a good start. Literally brought it up instantly. No point. Awkward eggshells around it. No, not really. A bit of a touchy thing, but no point trying to stop this girl. True. Doesn't strike me as the kind of girl you could just persuade off this. I mean, as we saw with her father, I feel like this is a kind of thing that you do. Unfortunately, she, if we were to get her off this, it would be to have something happen like what happened to her father. Even then, I'm not sure she'd give up. She's got a like childlike love of this Rakugo, hasn't she? I think even though it's only been 2 episodes, that's very obvious. She's got like a childlike admiration for Rakugo as a whole and her father's Rakugo, and there's not much you can stack up against that. And yeah. Festival of Bowing. So I'm not too familiar with the ranks. I know there are ranks, but not too familiar with them. Utatsume. Is the next one Shuichi? Shinuchi? And that's the top level. Okay. We see all these guys in the opening. Who are you to decline? Your master's fucking ordering you. Hmm. Yeah, kill this man. Kill that guy. Seems like the most responsible one. His haircut tells me that. It does kind of feel like this kind of hobby is like as almost as classic as anything, like Japanese wise. It feels very like old school, doesn't it? Everything about it, the titles, the structure of even how they introduce each other like this. It's so old school. It's like you just to pause so I don't miss anything. It's like movies, like a great example. Like you see the constant kind of evolution of like movies and how we've gone from like black and white, no sound, to sound, then color, then CGI, then like special effects and all sorts. Like the progression's really been like crazy. Music as well, like pretty much any media. But again, Rakugo is like I really like it because it is like unapologetically just like super traditional. There's not because there is no instruments or anything. There's like yeah, it just feels like so old school and traditional and like classic. And I mean, in essence, it's the art of telling a story, and that will never be kind of like lost. Which is like again, it's just something really cool I like about it. very different from a lot of other hobbies in that regard. Like even sports and such, you see like the evolution of equipment and trading and so on, styles and whatnot. But Rakugo has always been the same old Rakugo. Feels like that anyway. And it will continue to be the same old Rakugo, which is good. Well, he's got a good point. So what happened to her father? You need to be prepared. A magistrate. How do you get her number? Oh, he's probably good for you, honestly. He's probably a good fit for you. Keep you on a leash a little bit. So right now she's a Zenza. But this is the kind of thing I was talking about earlier as well. So there's so much surrounding it that isn't to do with actually like Rakugo either, just like very traditional, just values. It's almost like a bit of a religion in a sense. Yeah, it's just being a fucking slave. And you see this a lot with a lot of things. I don't like college and stuff. Like the first years do all the bullshit. Attentive. So not even a Zenza right now. Okay. The most, but everything else isn't useless. Yes, please. Thank you for the comment last week, by the way. I know it was episode 1 comment actually, wasn't it? But I only saw it last week. About the story in the first episode was one I had heard before in Genroku Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. I knew it felt familiar. It was one of the more standout. I mean, they all stood out, but one of the more standout stories in Rakugo Shinju. So, though the reason I didn't fully, because it did have a few twists in it to the classic one I heard there. I guess that's maybe where you do like, as I said earlier about the evolution of things. That's maybe where you do like, we did see a bit of that, I guess, in this series where they do change certain details and such. A sitting posture. Not exactly what I was thinking about. I guess that is pretty big though. But what was the deal with that? Incident. More annoyed at herself, I guess. Like, what? Yeah. That's interesting. Maybe they're just used to like a higher level audience. That's too self-centered. Too worried about herself. That seems like something that'd be incredibly hard to do, right? Especially in the middle of performing. I guess to be a master, you've got to be able to do that. But yeah, this is a good analogy. I don't play baseball, but this is a good analogy. Yeah, if you've got someone really good at hitting the fastballs, you want to. Again, I don't know any. I've never. Maybe played like once or twice. So excuse, especially if you're a fan, excuse my terminology here. But if you've got someone really good at hitting fastballs, you might want to throw like a curveball, because they're not quite as good as hitting curveballs. Whereas the audience, they might prefer one style of comedy over another. But like I said, that seems incredibly hard to like tailor to the audience. I mean, you could probably like. I would, fuck me, I'd be frozen if I tried to do this anyway. But like you imagine, like you have the story and it's all like you got it planned out. You know how to tell the story. You know the story, but then you got that reaction of, oh, no one's reacting. So I've got to turn it up. But how do I change up the story that I like know? Because if I mix up this detail, later details might not make sense, and like so on and so forth. It just feels like that would be incredibly difficult to change the story up a little bit, or even just like the tone of it or the delivery. Like you practice so much. It seemed incredibly hard. Is it? It's not all about laughing, is it? I mean, a lot of the rakugo I've heard like quite a bit of it's comedy, yes, but I heard a lot of stories in Rakugo Shinju that weren't very comedic. They were quite like dark and serious, to be honest. Not all about making people laugh. That is something I do kind of want to see, as I just said there. I maybe do want to see a bit more of a serious Rakugo storytelling at some point in the show. See how that goes down. See how they get the tone right there. But honestly, this is a very good. This is a very good place to practice this attentiveness, isn't it? I can always. I mean, I've never been to America, but I can always appreciate about Americans is their service. The pay system seems incredibly stupid in regards to like relying on tips, but the workers are like, from what I've seen anyway. I think like, I haven't actually been there, so I can't really say, but they're incredibly attentive and welcoming. I imagine some of that's down to a financial incentive with tips and stuff, but you got to appreciate it. They do service like not many other countries, especially in the UK. A lot of the time, there's a lot of rude people, honestly. The drunk old geezer. Now, when I used to work at a call center, I'd always like, I've always been quite a good listener, and I think that's a good trait of mine. But sometimes it can get to situations like that where you just like listen to someone go on and yap. Just kind of want to stop, but too quiet not to say. Is it? Is that why? Are you sure you just made that up? Rakugo Kakara. A little baby. Inspired. Okay, is it just me or this guy? Like, if you cut off the mustache and beard, he looks like the face of a newborn baby. No, no, it's some good advice. How did that just say? That was not English. That was not English. What was that? What did he say there? What the fuck did he say there? Momala Mongi. That is not English. Like Indonesian or something. That's not English. What the fuck did he say? Maybe that's how it. Oh, do you know what that is? That's probably how it sounded to the Japanese people. What the fuck did he say? Just sounds like a ramble of words. If they're genuinely trying to say something in English there, then I've got absolutely no idea. I feel like maybe this is wrong, but I feel like surely you should at least try and learn like a bit of Japanese, or like look up how to say what you want at least to go into like Japan, or just get Google Translate on your phone and fucking pop it in his face. Joe, I heard photo. The more photos, the worse the restaurant. I'm not sure if that's true or not though. I'm gonna Rakugo it out. You literally could be eating or drinking anything. Yeah, he said something. He said a word. How the hell? How is he getting that? Impressive. From her and him. Oh shit, he does know a little bit. He does know a little bit. Good job, good job. Good job, her, because I would have been fucked in that scenario. So what are you saying? As an English guy, listening to him speak English, I'd still be like, what are you saying? What do you want? The usual orange juice. See, that can't be financially good for you, right? I've got to imagine buying orange juice from the bar like this. It's probably like 3 or 4 times as much as it is otherwise. Just get a fucking beard, bro. But yeah, another good episode. Another good episode. Just kind of learning some basics. Didn't really do too much there. Just got acquainted with the role of potential Zenza. Much quieter episode than the previous two, wasn't it? Akane, oh my. But yeah, if anyone knows what that guy was saying in English, please do let me know. But that was unintelligible. Oh, whoops. Yeah, can you imagine like sitting down there as a racket artist? Like, I couldn't imagine that anyway. But say that you were in that scenario. Can you imagine what you do if like the audience is just like not laughing or just like just staring blankly at you? My God, I'm not sure if I could think of anything worse. I really can't. And I don't think there's anything at the end here. We have, oh, there is. There we do have these little specials, don't we? We have these little extra bits at the end. Beyond Joy. Kobayashi. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Being a voice actor is not all too different from being a rakugoka, is it? Actually, when you think about it, like you're telling a story, pretending to be someone else, maybe doing multiple roles. Not usually, but yeah, it's not actually all that different, and that's why again I always think it's really interesting seeing a voice actor pretending to act in like as an act. It's kind of like an Inception type deal. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, not quite as much going on as the previous two episodes. Of course, we're inevitably going to have these kind of slower episodes, but still some nice stuff here. Seeing her at work, getting accepted as potential Zenza, seeing the crew that she's going to be with here, getting grilled a little bit, learning some attentiveness, which is going to be handy, especially after the experience here with. I didn't realize everyone here was so old. Maybe that's one of the reasons we should have maybe changed our act up a little bit to go with the oldies, the oldie goldies. Maybe make it a bit more traditional, perhaps. But yeah, pretty decent episode. Do let me know what you guys think about this one though, as usual in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 4.